Yo, chill, Polytaker in the chat, it's your boy Nelly, back here for another video. Today, I'm going to talk about time management because that's something that I really struggled with before coming into the space, and something that a lot of people need help with in terms of whatever it is they do in life, right? So, if you guys don't know me, my name is Nelson. I used to work a warehouse job 12 months ago, and 12 months later, I've been able to replace my income, been able to move out of home, being able to live that lifestyle that a lot of people want to live, but that's not something I want to brag about. It's something I want to help people do the same thing, right? By learning high income skills and applying those high income skills to the market. And something that when I talk to a lot of you guys about, it's time management, right? At the moment, I'm in Bali. We got this cool ass villa, and most of the time it comes down to it doesn't matter where you are as long as you get the things done within the 24 hours. And this is the best way to look at it, right? We all have 24 hours in a day, but it's what we do within those 24 hours that matter, right? You can't change the 24 hours, but you can change what you do within the 24 hours is the main thing. And this nose strip, shout out my boys. This nose strip, shout out Lewis. This nose strip is gas. Shout out Lewis. Was able to probably had the sleep of my life. Probably had the best sleep of my night. Probably had the best sleep of my life last night due to this, and it pretty much just helps improve your breathing, reduces snoring, and just helps overall maximize your health and maximize your breathing as much as possible as well. And it's scientifically proven as well. Based in, if you want to get access to these, use code NELS, so I'll leave it in the description below for 10% off. But the main focus of this video is talking about time management, right? And making sure we utilize every 24 hours making sure we use every hour within the 24 hours that we're given, right? Because tomorrow might not be promised, next week might not be promised. So let's focus on making sure every single day is utilized and effective as possible, right? For example, right now, I utilize this time to make sure I get this video out for you guys to understand time management, right? Now, the biggest mistake that a lot of people make is being busy and not being productive, right? There's a huge difference between being busy and being productive, right? Being busy is saying you're doing a thing, saying you're going to get stuff done, when in reality you're not actually doing a thing, right? For example, doing a thing is recording the video, but being busy is coming up with ideas, coming up with the script. I'm not saying that's not needed, but it's also not getting the thing done that needs to be taken care of, right? So for example, for you, if you want to start learning skills, right, being busy isn't doing all the research you need to know. Being busy isn't understanding everything. That's very important, yes, but being productive, so you have your productive work done, is making sure that you're implementing the skills you're learning. It's making sure you're putting it to action to make sure that it works in a sense, right? So that's the number one thing you need to focus on is stop thinking you're too busy to start something. Stop thinking you're too busy to try something, because at the end of the day, you probably think you don't have time, but majority of the time you do have more time than you think, right? Let's say you work 8 hours a day. Let's say you have 8 hours of sleep every day. You still have 8 hours of your day left to do something about whatever it is, right? You spend an hour in the gym, you got 7 hours. You got 3 to 4 hours left to spend time with family. You still have 3 to 4 hours to focus on the skill to help you apply it into learning the knowledge, right? So if you don't control your time, someone else will. If you don't control your time, someone else will control your time. Next, you need to make a to-do list, checking off important tasks and closing unnecessary tabs off your laptop. Every single night before I go to sleep, I always write a to-do list for what I need to do tomorrow. And I always prioritize what's going to be pushing the needle forward and what's going to make me the most productive person I need to become for that day. So for you, let's say you're working a job right now. Let's say you dedicate all those hours for work, and then after work you have gym, and then after that you have 3 to 4 hours of just productive work. That's what you should be focusing on after you finish work or even before work, right? Let's say you work in the Arvos, dedicate 3 to 4 hours of productive work to trying to get you to a level where you're able to pretty much leave your job if you don't like it, if you don't enjoy it, but applying the skills that you can learn to get to where you want to be. Now, one of the biggest game changers for me was actually time blocking my days, right? So once again, I'll write my to-do list before I go to sleep, and I'll also write out my whole day. From like 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. I'll do this, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. I'll do this, X, Y, and Z. You cut the jizz, right? but this gives you a clear objective of this is what I need to be doing at this time. Now, you can write all that sort of stuff down and have a clear picture of what you need to be doing, but if you don't consequence yourself, if you don't challenge yourself to, let's say you don't get it done and you're not consequencing yourself, there's no reason to put it down. You're just wasting time at the end of the day, right? So my advice would be, if you don't get this done, have a consequence to it. If you said you're going to be filming at 10 a.m. and you don't film at 10 a.m., have a consequence. Whether that's doing a leg day, whether that's going for a 5K run, have a consequence that you don't enjoy, that's going to make you want to do it, in a sense, right? Now, the next thing I'll probably focus on is saying no and cutting out distractions, right? Probably saying no is probably one of the hardest